So the key to making a woman chase is based mainly on two core things. They're not tricks. These two things are, number one, your value, and number two, the emotional experience you take her on. Now, if you take a look at all the guys that women chase, you'll notice that they all have these two things going for them, whether you know it or not, or whether they even know it or not. Now let's go over them. What's going on, guys? My name is Hassan from dopelifecoaching.com, and today I'm going to be talking about the key to getting a woman to chase. Now, for all you first timers here who want consistent updates on my channel and on videos just like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button and also hit the bell icon so you don't miss a single video. So a man of value isn't necessarily the same as a man who has a lot of money. Sure, a man could be valuable and just happen to have a lot of money as well, but it goes way beyond that. And also, for the emotional experience you take a woman on, it's not more so about the experience itself. Rather, it's about the strong feelings that you make her feel. That being said, let's focus on two main things right now. Number one, how to become a more valuable man. And number two, how to give a woman the strong feelings to make her chase you after establishing the value for yourself. So number one, establishing high value. The way I like to see it, and the way I like to define a high value man, is a man who dedicates the majority of his attention and his focus on what's known as his definite major purpose in his life. Now, that definite major purpose, if you don't have it right now, that's fine. You can adopt a temporary definite major purpose, but whatever it is, it has to be definite. It has to be that thing or those things towards which you are willing to develop the majority of your time and the majority of your effort, and whatever it is that takes away from that effort, you eliminate it from your life. Now, here's what that thing does, that one thing that comprises your definiteness of purpose. When you start to slowly put in that work and the discipline towards becoming a higher value man, you'll start to notice that slowly but surely, you're starting to see results. And not just that, but you gain more knowledge and more self-awareness. Those two things put together will give you self-confidence. Here's what's really good about that. When you start to develop the self-confidence and the self-discipline, you're automatically going to take out anything not related to that definiteness of purpose. And you're automatically going to put yourself into a rhythm and a pattern of self-discipline, of focus, of eliminating the things that have nothing to do with that definiteness of purpose. It's kind of like removing the fat, so to speak. And that will carry on to your dating life. This is going to happen automatically without you even having to think about it, which makes it a really powerful method. Because at the end of the day, when a man has his values and his core values aligned with what he wants to be doing in the future, he by default starts to become more attractive to women. And not just that, here's the really powerful part that causes women to chase. The most masculine version of yourself will start to surface. And that most masculine self is comprised of all these traits: purpose, mission, overcoming challenges and obstacles, overcoming self-doubt, discipline, delayed gratification. All those things, when they carry on to your dating life, they will naturally attract the polar opposite of those masculine traits, which are the feminine traits, which are all about what? Connecting, nurturing, surrendering to love, talking, relationship labels, relating, bringing people closer together. Now, those two things, the masculine and feminine, when they start to attract because of the sexual polarity that happens between them two, because you being a high value man, you exude a lot of masculine traits, you're going to naturally attract the polar opposite, which is the feminine. Now, when that starts to happen, of course she's going to want to chase you, a woman who has really feminine traits. Why? Because masculine attracts feminine. And now that you developed your high value as a man by developing the definite major purpose and the discipline, the delayed gratification, all those things, now let's move on to how to give a woman the strong feelings of emotional experience in order for her to chase you. So here's how to give a woman that powerful emotional experience. You do this by hitting her most powerful emotional triggers. What are those? They are her vulnerability, her passion, her excitement, and humor. When you use those 4 things the right way, you bring her closer to you quickly and very effectively. Now let's go over them. Number 1, vulnerability. Now, contrary to what you might think, when a man is vulnerable with a woman, the right time, of course, when they properly establish rapport and genuine connection, when that happens, by default, you get her closer to you. Now, why is that? Well, when you're vulnerable with someone, you're sharing a part of yourself that's not usually shared with others. And by default, that makes them want to share that part with you. Now, the reason why it's so powerful with women is because when a woman starts to share a quote-unquote secret with you, it doesn't have to be a secret, but I'm just giving an example. Vulnerability could be anything. It could be bad memories from the past. It could even be good memories for the past. It could be fears. It could be anything. But when you do, it's kind of like you have a secret language between you two. And that secret language establishes a powerful connection between you and her. Now, when you establish that powerful connection, you by default pull her closer because there's a connection, and therefore she's going to want to chase. Number 2, humor. Now, I'm pretty sure that you probably already know that women love men who can make them laugh. In fact, a lot of people say that a key to winning a woman's heart is by making her laugh. Now, by no means do you have to be a comedian or you have to be joking 24/7, but obviously, from what I know and from what you know probably too, humor is a good way to do that. It's a good way to bring a woman closer to you. Now, I'm not going to go over exactly how to be humorous and how to be funny and how to be a fucking comedian because that's not my job. But at the end of the day, what women want is a man who's not serious 24/7. He doesn't take life serious all the time. He knows how to joke with her. He knows how to make her laugh. Because those things, they relieve her stress. And when her stress is relieved, she brings her guard down and she gets closer to you. Now, obviously, if a woman is getting closer to you, she's going to want to chase you. You make her feel relaxed. You make her feel comfortable. She releases stress with you. So, of course, she's going to want to chase you. Number 3, excitement. Now, the worst thing you want to do when you're dating a woman is to give her the feeling of boredom and monotony and over familiarity. Because nothing kills attraction worse than those things. So that being said, what you want to do is you want to be spontaneous and keep her on her toes. And obviously, that's not to say that every single thing that you do should be aimed at being spontaneous and being unpredictable and non-monotonous, because that's just ridiculous. That's stupid. But what you want to do is you want to change things up. You don't want her to be able to predict your every move. You want to be able to give her new experiences, and you want to be adventurous because women love adventures and girls just want to have fun. You give a girl a fun time and you make her have fun and you're gold. You have her. Now, on the other hand, when you're boring and you're too monotonous and you're too predictable and all you do is the same things, she can very likely get bored from you, and you really don't want to do that. You want to set yourself apart from the crowd. Now, how exactly do you give her excitement? Now, this video, I don't have the time to do that, but I can give you some tips. A couple tips is when you take her out on dates, do something different every single time. And she doesn't even have to know where you guys are going. Just take her on a fun, romantic adventure. Another thing you could do is you can contact her at a very spontaneous time when she least expects it and that you know she's free. That way, it's like you kind of keep her on her toes, and it's always refreshing to hear from you. Because every time she does, it's like a new experience, and you're making her feel really good, you're making her laugh, you're flirting with her, and she feels refreshed, and she feels attractive because you're showing interest in her, and that's going to make her feel happy and therefore chase you. Number 4, passion. So the best and most effective way to pull a girl in closer to you with a strong emotional experience is through passion. And that experience is through physical intimacy. Now, obviously, getting to physical intimacy is a process. You don't just do it right away by saying one thing or doing one thing, and then she's automatically going to want to have sex with you and be physically intimate with you. But physical intimacy is at the head of the list of passion, because that literally puts you two together in the closest form. You are literally physically inside her. And that by default develops a powerful emotional connection. Now, leading towards that, there's other ways in which you can show your passionate side, which attracts women also. How do you do this? There's several ways to do this. You can develop your passions for your life and your hobbies and share them with her. Women love men who are passionate about something. Women love men who are passionate about a specific cause, about something for their future, about hobbies. Whatever it is, when you are passionate, you're more vibrant and you're more radiant, and women love to pick up on that and they feel more attracted towards you. Now, again, like I said before, I don't have the time to go through each and every detail of how to be passionate and of physical intimacy, but just understand that a passionate man is so much more attractive than a non-passionate man, and he pulls in women towards him because they find that very, very, very attractive. So guys, just as a recap, the key to getting a woman to chase you is by being a valuable man. And after that, the key to getting a woman to chase you is by giving them a powerful emotional experience. Now, when you combine those two things, when you set up the foundation of being a high value man, and also by hitting her emotional triggers, her powerful emotional triggers, in such a way that causes her to get closer to you quickly and effectively, is by using vulnerability, being humorous, being exciting, and being passionate. Now, when you do those four things with a woman, you bring her closer to you and she wants to chase you because it's like every time she gets a hit off of you, so to speak, she wants more and more, and she wants to close that gap of space between you and her, which ultimately, if you play your cards right, she will be yours. So if you found the video valuable in any way, guys, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Also subscribe down below and hit the bell icons if you don't want to miss a single thing, a single update of my videos. Comment down in the comment section below for future videos that you'd like me to cover, and I'd be more than happy to cover them. Go to my website for free consultations for first-timers, www.dopelifecoaching.com, and you'll be more than satisfied with the results. Now that is it. You're the man, and you got this. Peace.